Okay. Senate Republicans block government funding debt ceiling bill. The debt ceiling will not be raised. It will not be held. And the government will not be, staying open past the end of the month. So they're going to be heading for a shutdown, temporary shutdown for like a month and change or whatever. So that's good, because handing out more money to bureaucrats is never a good fucking idea. And what would they end up pushing anyways? Well, just that $3.5 trillion fucking budget, which I don't know what kind of fucking funky math they're doing. It's going to pay for itself. No, it's not. Senate Republicans blocked a government spending and debt ceiling bill Monday, setting up a dramatic showdown between the Republicans and Democrats on whether Congress should raise the debt ceiling, while Democrats plan to spend trillions on infrastructure and social spending. It's more social spending than anything else. The Senate failed to invoke cloture. 4850 on House Resolution 5305. The continuing resolution, the Senate Republicans blocked the CR as House Democrats remained poised to vote on the $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Democrats, rather than put a debt ceiling increase in the $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill, decided they would pack a debt ceiling increase in a government funding bill. And it failed. Now what? Democrats' continuing resolution would lift the debt ceiling through the 2022 midterm elections. Imagine that. We're just going to run up a bill, and then eventually, once we lose control of Congress, then we're going to start blaming Republicans. It's so fucking obvious, okay? That's why I think they're going to spurg out even harder than they are right now, which I know is really, really tough to imagine. But after 2022, this shit is going to get fucking buck wild. Bank on it. The federal government will run out of funding on September 30th, and the debt ceiling will only be lifted in early October. Senator Ron Johnson, who voted no, said in the statement after the vote, Democrats are in control of the executive and legislative branches of the government. And you take a look at some of those appointees, probably the judicial as well. But hey, Ron likes to be concise, as they demonstrated in the passing massive spending bills on a purely partisan basis. They are fully capable of increasing the debt ceiling without Republican votes. I drafted a letter that 46 Republican senators signed in early August, giving Democrats fair warning that they would not receive Republican help in raising the debt ceiling to accommodate their partisan deficit spending. Inflation is wiping out wage gains, very much so. Deficit spending is mortgaging our children's future and their children's and their children's children, and it just goes down the line because it's $3.5 trillion fucking dollars, guys. Jesus Christ. More to our national debt. Senator Todd Young, Tom's his brother, a Republican of Indiana, who voted against the continuing resolution, said in a statement after the vote, instead of working on clean bipartisan legislation to fund the federal government and avoid a shutdown, Democrats just wanted to blame Republicans, and they're trying to play politics by, appealing to the optics game by saying, oh, the Republicans didn't want to pass that, even though it needed one singular voice to throw off the reconciliation train. That's all it takes, okay? And they knew that would happen. Ergo, they were playing the optics game on this one, which, hey, panders to their fucking base, and that's the best shit that the Democrats can do. I can definitely give them props on that. They're really good at energizing their base, okay? Driving everybody off who sees their insanity for what it is, but when it comes to coming together and trying to get some shit done at the behest of everybody else and probably the greater good, those motherfuckers will double down harder than a pre-diabetic at a KFC with a free meal voucher. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said the Republicans block the continuing resolution. They will carry the blame. Obviously, that's what you guys fucking plan for. Senate Minority Leader whatever. They're both fucking two sides of the same coin. Mitch McConnell said ahead of the vote that Republicans would support a government funding bill as long as it does not raise the debt ceiling. Yeah, it's pretty fucking close considering everything that you have in there. You could just cut out a whole bunch of the really bad stuff that's in there, and it is plentiful. And this will be a political football that will be kicked around through the end of the year, considering they're going to be locked down, 30th? So starting Friday, government shutdown. Anticipate it. What does the Treasury Secretary have to say about this? She's the one who's in control of the fucking finances, okay? She is the one who has ultimate say over the purse strings of the federal government. Yeah, she's gonna blame it on the Delta virus. Oh my god, my variants, right? Yeah, it's slowing recovery. It's not the government's response to it. It's not the restrictions. It's not, the inflation that you guys are causing. It's my Delta virus. Yeah. Okay. Urges faster distribution of emergency rental aid. Just print more money. What's the worst thing that can happen? These fucking children, man. And she's old enough. She probably knows what her fucking great-great-grandchildren would probably be doing at this point in time. And maybe that's her advisors, okay? Because clearly she doesn't get it. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen told senators on Tuesday that the United States should return to full employment next year. You keep missing all of those fucking employment number markers, right? Your job growth. I created 1 million jobs. Yeah, you should have 5 by now. No, shut up. Every single time there's a fucking jobs report at the end of the month that comes out, it's always under expectations, always under projections. Just take a look. We've reported on every single one of them, and that's always been the case. Historic fucking failures come aplenty for the Biden administration. But hey, people love the guy because no mean tweets. Yellen made the remarks before the Senate committee on September 28th, in which she called the economic recovery from the pandemic fragile but rapid. Like a race car made out of porcelain. Fuck off. While our economy continues to expand and recapture a substantial share of the jobs lost during 2020. How could you reverse fortune? I don't know. Just open shit up. That'd be a start. Significant challenges from the Delta variant continue to suppress the speed of the recovery and present substantial barriers to a vibrant economy. No, it's all the government's response to this shit. We're just going to curtail all of your rights and freedoms, okay? We're just going to tell you where you can go, how you go there, and what you have to do to prove that you can get in there, okay? Other than that, though, we're simply on the precipice of a vibrant economy once again. It's just those damn dirty unvaccinated, if there's only a way to get rid of them. When are they going to start breaking ground on camps, I wonder? She had more to say. The federal government will run out of cash on October 18th if debt ceiling isn't raised. Okay. Holy fuck. Just when you thought the 9-month disaster that Biden's administration had brought so far wasn't bad enough. Oh yeah, the government's gonna go broke on the 18th, according to this idiot though, so who fucking really knows? So remember, the Senate had already voted to not fund the government, and they would also not raise the debt ceiling, so I think that they probably know something as well, and this might be just a little bit more political posturing, but let's just take a look. So yeah, she was still up there on Tuesday. This was a little bit later before. I don't fucking know, don't really care that much where this ended up in her speech, but she said to Congress that the United States cash reserves will likely be exhausted unless lawmakers vote to raise or suspend the debt ceiling by October 18th, warning that it is not clear. She can't be certain though. It's not like it's her job or anything. That if the United States would be able to meet all of its financial obligations if no deal is passed by then. We'll just print more money. If that deadline is reached, we expect Treasury would left with very limited resources that would be depleted quickly. Oh my god, that would almost probably spurn you to just, take off all the restrictions and then just go back to normal. You wouldn't have to hit those ludicrous standards of 97 or 98% vaccinated. It would just be, hey, we gotta fucking make some money, so let's go do that. We're pretty good at that. I don't know, at this point, I just want to see how crazy this gets. Should the debt limit be reached without a bill passed in Congress, Yellen wrote that it could be substantial disruptions to the stock market and will thereby erode investor confidence. Oh no, and the people that pay you, that sucks. And increase volatility, something this administration has been very good at. The federal government has spent on average about $5 billion per day, and at times had exceeded $300 billion in daily expenditures in the past year, according to her office. Can you stop? You fucking stop that? Furthermore, the secretary added, we know from previous debt limit impasse that waiting until the last minute can cause serious harm to business and consumer confidence, raising borrowing costs for taxpayers and negatively impact the credit rating in the United States for years to come. Yeah, haven't several states already been downgraded in their credit rating? But that's alright though. What could possibly go wrong if this happens on a national scale? Remember, guys, no mean tweets. So what is Nancy Pelosi trying to do? Oh, she's just trying to consolidate more power, okay? Yeah, Democrats suggest giving president or the Treasury power to raise the debt limit. Like, honestly, by sheer numbers, there's like 300 years of experience in the public office between the two, so they should be able to figure something out, right? After a Tuesday meeting with the Democratic caucus, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi spent much of the press conference discussing the debt ceiling. As Republicans continue to block Democratic efforts to raise the debt limit, Pelosi indicated that members of her caucus are already looking for ways to avoid challenge in the future, specifically by giving the president-appointed Secretary of the Treasury the power to raise the debt limit on their own. What could possibly go wrong with that? Oh, we don't have enough money. That's all right. We can just borrow more. Okay. A caucus meeting came after the Senate rejected the debate on the Democrat-authored continuing resolution to fund the government Monday evening in a roughly party lines vote. The vote in the culmination of the months of posturing by Senate Republicans who have insisted since August that they would not vote to increase the debt limit. So then they're like, no, didn't you guys want to vote on this? We already told you we're not going to. Oh, come on, though. Like, no. The petition accused Democrats of an unprecedented deficit spending spree. Where's the lie? And insisted that they should take ownership of their spending by raising the debt limit on their own. Yeah, that would force them to just parse down these budgets and these exorbitant spending bills to just, kind of the essential shit instead of shipping like trillions of dollars of that overseas. How about that? How about you just start to take care of everything that's, within your own borders? And you'll really see how unnecessary the federal government really is. In her Tuesday press conference, Pelosi discussed what she would like to have for drinks afterwards. Discussed Democratic plans in the wake of the vote. Because of the imminent nature of the debt ceiling crisis that you guys are causing, Pelosi said that the caucus spent most of their time on the debt ceiling issue. She warned of the effects of the failing to raise the debt ceiling, including a default for the first time in American history. Spend more money, right? Yeah, and never let anybody go out and try to make more money. Oh, those goddamn greedy rich people don't pay their fair share. Who pays most of the taxes that are out there already? Oh, that's the rich? Oh, okay. They're paying like, how much more than half? Oh, okay, cool. How about you just let the other people just go back to work while they still have jobs before you decide to hike up all of the capital taxes? Or close your mythical loopholes and then start to force industry across the sea again? How about you stop doing that? That'd be great. Such a default, Pelosi said, would wipe out trillions in family wealth. Her family? Okay. For middle Americans, I'm sure. Pelosi also warned that just the discussion of failing to raise the debt ceiling under the Obama administration lowered our credit rating. Fucking imagine that. Truly is Obama's third term. She continued, it's not about future spending. It's about pay the bills that were incurred. Only 3% of this is about Joe Biden's presidency. I would say it's a lot more than that, but okay. The bulk of it was under the previous president's administration. And the one before that, and the one before that. We can continue to play this game for as long as you want. Still, Pelosi said the Democrats' plans to put forward a new, clean, continuing resolution is the only effect of which would be to continue to fund the government through December. The continuing resolution rejected Monday by the Senate was significantly more expensive, ordering billions in new spending to address ongoing Afghan special immigrant crisis. Like what? The ones that you guys brought over and put in the one in Wisconsin, where they just keep grabbing asses over there? Or are some of those billions of dollars going to go to a vetting process? Because you aren't taking any of the hundreds of fucking Americans that are still trapped in Afghanistan. That's being done by the private sector because, once again, the government can't do fucking anything efficiently. And the after effects of Hurricane Ida. Wow. Still dealing with that? Still doing the cleanup on that one? Or is it just the withering infrastructure in New York City that never gets done in a timely fashion because it just always has to go through bureaucratic red fucking tape? Been the case forever, and it's going to continue to be because, hey, that's the way you guys work, right? On the Senate floor Monday, McConnell indicated that he and other Republicans would be willing to vote for such a resolution. Yeah, because they got to get paid, right? Pelosi criticized the opposition party for their vote. While the Republicans refused to cooperate on this, they're jeopardizing the full faith of the credit credit in the United States of America, which is guaranteed in the Constitution. Oh, all of a sudden you start to care about the Constitution? Ain't that fucking cute? It's gonna be interesting because, yeah, the 30th, they're all supposed to be fucking done and dusted, so we'll see if anything gets put forward tomorrow or Thursday to continue this fucking shenanigan spree forward. And we'll see how quickly the United States descends into fucking decay. I can't believe we've seen the day, but all of this is over just control, buddy. Blaming the opposition for what they're trying to do. The shit that is not popular. The shit that is unnecessary. Oh, we can't get our little pet projects funded. Therefore, Orange men bad. Oh, we don't even like Orange Man anymore. And it's like, no. You guys are all bad because you don't want to let us waste all of our money. We'll see where this goes. But we got to talk about Kathy Hochul, the governor up there in New York, and this bitch is fucking nuts. Because at least Cuomo thought that he was like some kind of a Italian god, but this bitch is starting to think that she's like actually really like shoot God. So check up in the Empire State here real quick. Thank you very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.